Welcome everybody back to San Diego City Firefighters COVID-19 relief campaign, getting resources and food and anything that we can to the San Diegans who need it most. I'm Mark Morrison, Director at Large for San Diego Firefighters Local 145, and also a San Diego firefighter that works downtown. This is day 16 of our campaign. We're getting close to wrap it up, but again, this is a great campaign. It's helping folks out and getting the resources needed, again, to those who really need it. Today we have some very special guests with us from Good Shepherd Parish and the Emergency Food Distribution Network. We have Teresa McKinney. Teresa, good morning, welcome.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Teresa represents Good Shepherd Parish. There is a whole network of a lot of the Catholic charities that are helping out. As a matter of fact, it was a little over 100 years ago that the West Coast Catholic charities came to fruition in response to the Spanish flu, which again, we're looking at something similar as far as this COVID-19 pandemic. So Teresa, would you like to speak to what it is that your organization does and how they're helping out the community?
Yes, absolutely. First, I'd like to start off by expressing our gratitude to the Firefighter Association for your generosity, and to say thanks to Councilmember Kate for nominating us. We're very appreciative. By selecting our parish, you're highlighting two organizations, like you had mentioned, both the church as well as Catholic charities. We are one of 21 parishes of this Emergency Food Distribution Network. The network started developing in March, but actually was kicked off officially on April 6th in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. And we hope the projection is to distribute at least over 100,000 packages of food to all of the residents who might need it in San Diego County. So our parishes start all the way up north in Escondido to East County and El Centro, down to Chula Vista. Our journey with Good Shepherd Parish started actually in the fall when Catholic Charities reached out to us and said, hey, do you want to do a food distribution program? It's just monthly, and we can reach out to the Mira Mesa community. And Father Michael Pham, who has a very yes we can attitude. He's been wonderful in building bridges among the different language groups. He said, yes, absolutely. And since I am the pastoral council chairperson, I also became the food distribution coordinator. And we had some meetings, we had trainings, and we were supposed to start our monthly distribution at the end of March. Obviously that didn't happen because the normal distribution would be just everybody coming in a 2-hour block, lining up, and then we would register them and they would gather the different food items. Non-perishable as well as perishable. So in March, when we had the stay-at-home order, Catholic Charities decided, well, we need to reach out to all of our parishes and see what we can do to fight food insecurity. And April 6th was our kickoff, and we have two components. It is the drive-through pantry and the home delivery for the homebound. Our first week, we had 101 packages. Then the second week, we went up to 265. We finished the third week at 241. And then there was a beta round at the end of March. So we had 713 packages so far. So really happy, but we want to spread out have more outreach. And we're really appreciative of being highlighted this way. We know that we can reach more than just 240 something packages every week. We have volunteers, a wonderful dedicated group of volunteers, especially the Knights of Columbus. A lot of dedicated volunteers among the 3 different language groups, the Vietnamese, the Hispanic community. So we're really appreciative of all the time and effort that they've dedicated. Tuesdays and Thursdays are our distribution days, 10 to 3. And so we've gotten a lot of just sort of drive-through. For delivery, the food registrants do need to sign up online through the Catholic Charities website. But yeah, we've been really happy with with how word has spread. I had posted on nextdoor.com. I got a lot of feedback. I asked, friends on Facebook to spread, the word there. So bit by bit, we're reaching out. Every parish has its own set of zip codes. So you can just go to the website, and then the website will funnel you through based on your zip code. So we're very appreciative of your support and generosity.
The pleasure is all ours. We got to chat a little bit yesterday in person, observing, of course, the COVID pandemic boundaries, but it was nice to see you in person and have this discussion and really feel your passion for helping people out. And, it's in this beautiful and amazing country we live in, it's really almost unfathomable that we can really comprehend that there are people who don't have access to food and who may be really struggling with just putting a meal on the table. So the fact that you're taking that head on is really an incredible thing. And we're fortunate at San Diego City Firefighters to be helping you on the front lines of that battle. And so again, the honor and pleasure is all ours. So having grown up going to St. Charles Church down in South Bay, and my brother and sister-in-law are very, very heavily involved in that parish and all the things that happen. I know firsthand how important the community aspect and being amongst your peers and the people to worship is an important thing. And the fact that this COVID crisis is kind of taken away from that, especially with Easter just having passed. But more importantly, I would say one of the challenges, I know that the collection basket can't be passed around now because no one's there. So can you kind of speak to some of the challenges that you're facing, the new challenges, I guess you could say, on getting those resources and that funding to help people, and some of the hardships you're looking at with people not being able to come together and feel that sense of community, as well as in-person donate, and how we can help you overcome that?
Right, exactly. Not going to Mass has been very hard for, I'm sure, all the parishioners. There's that sense of community. Not having the collections that the church has, not only obviously Good Shepherd, but all the churches have suffered financially. Your donation will help us to print out a large banner so that we can have more visibility on the corner of Camino Ruiz and Gold Coast, because we know that not everybody does social media. We know that not everybody feels comfortable with technology. So we'll be purchasing the banner. We know that we'll be using some of the funds to perhaps buy some reusable bags. We get bags from Catholic Charities too, but we thought the reusable bags may be a good way to obviously make a difference in the environment as well. We feel that the money can also be spent towards helping the frontline workers, the healthcare workers. One of the ideas that I have is perhaps, care packages for our nurses, our doctors, everybody on the front line. So even without the financial, the financial aspect is very important, but it's the fact that we're able to come together through the food distribution and work together. It's very, it's wonderful to have that money, but I think being able to put our faith in action is one of the huge benefits of doing the food distribution now. So it was just funny timing that we were supposed to do the food distribution, and then obviously the pandemic occurred. So we are just very grateful to have this opportunity to say, yes, we are here. Yes, we want to serve the community, and we want to make a difference and reach out and fight, help everybody in need.
Yeah, well, and it's a great idea. Again, but not everybody has access to the technology and Wi-Fi and everything. So being able to broadcast to the masses that aren't maybe attached to a cell phone or a computer is really important to make sure that folks who don't have access to that do have access to the food and what you're doing. And that's really a good thing. Council member Kate, good morning. You were the catalyst for this. We really appreciate the fact that you directed us in this particular direction, I guess I could say, making sure that folks who don't have access to food and who are maybe struggling, the fact that you knew that Good Shepherd Parish had this emergency food distribution network, great. So again, welcome and thank you for being here, and thank you for giving us this direction.
Well, thank you so much for having me again and for what you're doing to really have a huge impact in our communities throughout San Diego during really these challenging times.
Yeah, these times are definitely uncertain, but the fact that, again, your leadership and everybody at the highest levels of the city trying to make sure that everybody is taken care of is a great thing. Council member, can you kind of give us a little bit of information as to why you chose, or how you know about Good Shepherd Parish and why you chose them and their great work?
Yeah, well, I am a little biased. Good Shepherd is my parish, and my daughter was baptized there, and so we're neighbors, and so we try to work with the parish on a number of other issues throughout the community because we're the council that represents Mira Mesa, and they have a huge presence in Mira Mesa, and so we try to be a good partner during my time on the council with the parish and all the leadership in terms of trying to provide that level of service to our community. And when we were approached by firefighters about this, we wanted to really highlight those organizations and services that are really directed at the neighborhood level. I talked about this before with our other awardee grantee in terms of having that really neighborhood centric presence and something that is familiar with individuals throughout our communities. A lot of the large organizations are being supported, which is great, but we wanted to really highlight those groups who are really at the street level interacting with residents who may not have the ability, as Teresa mentioned, to have kind of a larger online presence or understand those resources that are available. And so when we found out the parish was doing this food distribution network and really trying to tackle that food insecurity at a time where we have, I think the last number was 300,000 San Diegans who are unemployed right now, which is a huge number, food insecurity becomes that top issue. And so we wanted to highlight those groups who were trying to tackle that and provide those resources to folks who are in need during these times.
I wanted to jump in there. Thank you, Councilmember, for mentioning that. The original program that Catholic Charities had established was just a monthly program. However, this is every single week, and those who are familiar with the monthly program know that they're encouraged to just do the, sign up for the food once a month. However, because of the pandemic, there isn't that restriction. So they are able to sign up every single week. And because there are so many who have filed for unemployment benefits, pride shouldn't get in the way, of receiving this food. So we really encourage, as many people as possible to, sign up or even just do the, walk up or drive up food pantry. We don't want that, we don't want it to be a barrier where they think, oh, I can only get it once a month. So, every week signing up. And we also don't want there to be an impression that it's only Catholic or Christian. It's everybody who needs the food. Anybody. So we're not, it's not a documentation, it's called self-verification. So, we just have people walking up or driving up primarily saying, okay, my name is this, my zip code is this. There are so many people in my household. If they have 1 to 3, they get 1 package of food. If it's 4 or more, they get 2 packages of food. And it's not, are you Catholic? Are you Christian? Are you Muslim? It doesn't matter. And so we want to just make sure that we can provide, 1, 2 food packages every week for them to help them out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really a great thing. And I just have to share a story that you shared with me yesterday. And it kind of is a testament to the enthusiasm and good nature of the folks that are helping you try to help all these other people. I remember yesterday you said that cars pull up and it's almost like a NASCAR pit crew, like while maintaining social distancing, everybody runs to their section of the car, or their section of the supplies, and everybody wants to get that care package together, and then everybody works the synergy and everything that people just kind of wanting to help and do their part. It's a really great thing, and it's a really nice thing to highlight that your organization has that enthusiasm and they want to reach as many people as they can. And we're very happy that we can help you in that mission. Councilmember Kate, is there anything that you'd like to add from a city leadership side, or just kind of a message you'd like to relay to folks?
No, I think Teresa hit on is that there may be this element of pride or whatever else saying you can get through this, but I don't think that there's any there's nothing wrong with asking for help. And I think the one thing San Diego has shown over the past 5 weeks is that we are a community, a large one at that, but we are one where we want to help out. I mean, I think just in my time and my staff over the past 5 weeks, the number of volunteer opportunities that have arisen that we're trying to promote and help out with, I think shows that there are folks and individuals who may not be as impacted as others on this, who are willing to give and willing to help. And so if you have that help, if you need that help, don't be ashamed or nervous to ask. There are a lot of different resources that are available that we city leaders can try to direct you in that direction if you need it, or you can go to your local parish and ask for the help. That's what they're there for. That sense of community and helping out your neighbor and making sure that they can get through the week and that their family is taken care of. And so that has really been just really uplifting, and to see that over these times. And so hopefully when we get through this, that will continue to maintain, and that sense of being a good neighbor and supporting your community moves forward and continues on, because the lasting impacts of all this, the economic impacts, I think will last longer than the stay-at-home orders or whatever else. So making sure that all those opportunities still exist once we get some semblance of normalcy will need to be maintained.
No, that's a really great point, Councilmember. And again, to kind of just share a little bit of history, San Diego City Firefighters, we have this community responsibility fund that all of us, we donate a little portion of our paycheck for the rainy day fund. And, it's a rainstorm right now. And to just echo what you said, any adult at this point in their life knows that there's going to be up times and down times. And when it comes to the well-being of your family or yourself, there is nothing wrong with asking for a little bit of help. And as you said, there's a lot of organizations that we're all a part of that are here for specifically that reason. So utilize those resources and reach out, because like we've been saying this entire campaign, we have to get through this together. There's no I in this team. You have to get through this together. So I'd like to throw it back to you, Teresa, for people that have the means or are looking to help or who need help and want to reach out. How can folks go about doing that?
There are several ways. They can donate to Catholic Charities. Their website is at Catholic Charities Diocese of San Diego, so ccdsd.org. And you'll see the various buttons: donate, volunteer, programs, so you can choose that way. Our parish as well has a donate button, so that we can continue to work on the food distribution program. And then for volunteering as well, our parish has a lot of volunteers. However, we are cycling through, so that doesn't mean that we won't ever tap into you. Catholic Charities will funnel all the volunteers, and you can sign up through them, and they can redistribute you if there's a parish that may not necessarily need your volunteer services at that time. So those are the main ways. We are very grateful, because exactly it is a team effort on a smaller scale for the parish, but on a much larger scale for the Catholic Charities, and of course this for the city in general. So we're really we're grateful to have this recognition.
Well, again, the pleasure is all ours, and I'd like to thank both of you for allowing us to get resources to where they're going to be utilized the best and help the most amount of people. And I'd like to thank both of you for joining us this morning, and I hope that our help was very useful to you, and it gets to the people that really again, for everybody that's out there watching, please, if you can, visit their website and find out how you can help. If you need the help, please reach out, get those resources, get the food, and take advantage of it, because this is a team game, and we're all going to get through this together. And just remember that San Diego City Firefighters, we're all going to be here for you, no matter what, no matter how bad the pandemic, no matter what's going on, we're here for you. And we want to also always help these organizations that are here for you on a different front line, but nonetheless, it is a front line. So thank you both for being here, and we really appreciate you showing up. That will wrap up our 16th day. Please join us tomorrow to see how you can help out with another organization that's doing great work out there during this pandemic. And everybody, enjoy your Saturday, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, Mark. And